Welcome to your swim lesson. My name is Diogo and I'm your swim instructor. Today we're going to learn front floats, front glides, back glides, and kicking. So all of these skills have one main component, and the most important part is keeping a proper head position. First thing we're going to work on is your front float. Grab on to the ladder, place your head in the water until the water is touching the middle of your head so that you're looking straight down 90 degrees to the floor. Once your head is in the right position, you will feel your body rise and float behind. Once you place your head in the water and you lower your head so that the surface of the water is touching the middle of your head and you're looking at 90 degrees straight down, you will feel your body float behind you. So this is the proper head position for front float. Once you have practiced your front float holding on to something, I want you to step away from the stairs and try your front float without holding on to anything. So the first thing you want to do is make a lunge position with your legs. So one leg forward and one leg back. The next step is I want you to lower your head so that the water is touching the very middle of your head and that you're looking straight down 90 degrees to the floor. Once you place your head in the proper position, you will feel your body rise behind you as it will be floating. Remember, if you look forward, your neck will bend and your body will sink. This goes for your front float as well as front glides and as well as any other swimming stroke. For the front glide, we're going to start just like the front float. You're going to place your head in the water until the water touches the middle of your head. But this time we're going to have our arms forward. Ideally, you're going to have your arms right beside your ears, like so. Once you have your head positioned in the water and you're looking straight down, I want you to use one of your legs to push off the wall. Once you push off the wall, make sure you're lifting your hips close to the surface of the water so that your body aligns right behind your head in a horizontal manner. For the back glides, I want you to hold on with two hands on the side of the wall, 1 foot on the floor and 1 foot on the wall. After you position your head back so that the chin is as high as your nose and the water level is touching the middle of your head, lowering your hands in the water beside your body, then you can slowly and gradually push off the wall with 1 foot. Make sure you don't push off too abruptly or else you'll get a big wave coming over your head. We're going to move on to the front gliding kick. So when you're doing your front gliding kick, make sure that you're lifting your heels out of the water as well as your toes before each kick. So if you're able to make that deep sound with each kick, you're on the right track and you're probably kicking the right amount of force and at the right speed to have a successful kick. If you're not sure how hard or how fast to kick, I want you to listen to the sound that your kicking is making. You want to make a deep sounding blob with each kick, something like this. So if you're able to make that deep sound with your kick, you're on the right track. For your back gliding kick, make sure the focus is on your toes and your toes are snapping the water up out of the surface. So if your toes are coming out of the water slightly and pushing the water up with a snapping motion, then you're doing the right way. If the focus is on your knees and your knees are coming out of the water more than your toes, then you want to adjust that so that the focus is on your toe and not on your knees. If you're on your back and you find your legs sinking all the way to the floor, you take a couple of big cycle kicks, just like you're riding a bike, and you're bending your knee quite a bit more until your feet rise. Once your feet rise close to the surface of the water, you can continue the shallower kicks to make yourself move along. So with all these skills that we learned today, the most important thing to remember is your head position. If your head position is in the right place, your body's going to follow along and float behind it. So on your front gliding kick, make sure that your chin is tucked in and the water level is touching the very middle of your head. On the back gliding kick, it's the same thing. You want to make sure the water is touching the middle of your head and your chin is as high as your nose. So you kind of need to tilt your head back a little bit. When you're pushing off the wall for your back gliding kick, make sure you do it gradually. If you do it too abruptly, the water will catch up and create a wave that will go over your head and possibly into your nose. Thank you for following along my lesson. I hope I was able to teach you some vital skills to learn how to float and do front glides and back glides as well as kicking. My next video is going to be about how to incorporate front crawl arms. And at the end of these sessions, you should be able to put it all together and swim front crawl.